What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to get this vivacious Cajun spice color using a door dye, so stay tuned. So the hair that I'm featuring in this video is from Sunber hair from AliExpress. They were kind enough to send me some hair for review. So what I have in this video, I have 4 bundles, 2 20-inch bundles, 1 18-inch bundle, a 16-inch bundle, and a 16-inch closure. Straight out of the package, this hair is beautiful, it's gorgeous, soft, luscious, and shiny, but I'll get more to that later on in the video. So the first step in achieving this Cajun spice color is obviously you have to bleach your hair. So what I'm using in this video, I'm using the L'Oreal Quick Blue with the 30 volume developer. So I used about 2 scoops of bleach, and I don't have a mixing ratio as to how much developer to put in there. I just go by a certain consistency. I like my consistency to be about just slightly thinner than pancake batter. I don't want it to be super thick, but I don't want it to be watery either. The key is having the consistency slightly loose so it's not going to dry out as the hair processes, because you need it to process for about 35-45 minutes, and you don't want your bleach to dry out because then it stops coloring. And when you're coloring your weave, you definitely want to have a certain technique. As you can see in the video, when I put my bleach on, I start putting it on regular with my brush horizontally placed, but then as I go further up the tracks, I turn my brush vertically to kind of feather the bleach into the top of the track. I do this because I like to have a seamless blend, a seamless transition from dark to light. You all know, if you are a long-time subscriber, viewer, glamazon to this channel, you know how much I hate splotchy color. I hate when the hair just has a line of demarcation. No demarcation lines in here, boo-boo. So I basically do that to all my bundles. I only show you one bundle because why do I need to show you over and over again the same thing? So while I'm coloring this hair, let me talk to you about the actual hair from Sunber hair. So it came to me in this normal shipping time frame. I got it through FedEx. It took about 5 days or so, which is fairly quick. So I got it. Once I opened up the package, it did not have any corn chip smell. Ugh, I hate that. I hate that over processed smell. It didn't have any smell at all, and like I was saying in the beginning of the video, the hair is super soft. Just because it is Brazilian straight hair, it is on the finer side. It's not necessarily thin, but if you plan on, you know, making a wig out of this and you want it to be somewhat full, I do suggest you use 4 bundles of hair. But if you want a natural looking wig, then you'll be perfectly fine with 3 bundles. And there were no split ends, there were no rough spots in the hair. The closure is actually one of my favorite closures that I've used so far. It's nice and thick, it's nice and full, like it's not, you know, obnoxiously thick, but it just has a natural looking appearance. The knots don't come bleached, but I found that I really don't have to bleach them because they're so small. Like the knots are so fine, you can really get away with just using concealer and a little bit of powder and you're good to go. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite closures. So when you're bleaching your closure, you want to use the same technique that you used when you bleached your tracks. You want to place the bleach on the hair with your brush placed horizontally, and then as you go up towards the roots, you want to flip it and have your brush vertical and really feather that bleach into the roots. Really work it in there. This is not the time to be scared to bleach your hair, because as you know, you definitely want to take your time doing this, but you do have to hurry up a little bit because it's processing as you're feathering it into the hair. So you want to simultaneously really work it in there and feather the bleach into your roots so you get a nice seamless color transition, but you want to hurry up. And I ended up leaving the bleach in my closure about a half hour, and the bleach left on the tracks for about 45 minutes to an hour. So after 45 minutes, this is the color that I got. It's a nice color, but it's not exactly the color that I'm going for. When I do orange colors or red colors, I don't necessarily bleach my hair to a bright blonde. I usually have it to like a really brassy blonde, a really dark brassy blonde. I do that because orange and red colors really pick up those brass tones, and when it's mixed together, it really gives you a full-bodied color. Like, you still get a nice vibrant color, but it's very full and rich. It's not devoid of personality, if that makes sense. Sometimes when you use a bleach blonde, the color doesn't have a lot of dimension. It's really flat. So that's why I like to keep the hair at a brassy blonde stage. As you can see, I used Cajun Spice Adore hair dye and the Orange Blaze hair dye. The mix ratio that I used about 3 to 1, so I used 3 bottles of Cajun Spice to 1 bottle of Orange Blaze. So no matter what length of hair you decide to use, if you do this color, you definitely want to use a 3 to 1 ratio. Now, I get a lot of questions about how much hair dye to buy for your hair. If you have 4 bundles of hair, 22 inches and up, plus a closure, you should be fine with about 5 bottles of hair dye. Now, how much hair dye you buy is really dependent on the consistency of the hair dye. If the hair dye is a little bit runny and syrupy like the Adore hair dye, you can get away with less. But if it's a thicker hair dye, such as like Arctic Fox and Manic Panic, then you might want to get a little bit more than you need. So if you're coloring hair 18 inches and under, you probably need about 3 to 4 bottles of hair dye. And if it's the thin consistency, you can probably get away with 3. So if the hair dye is thicker, you'll want to get more. If it's thinner, you can get away with less. So I had a whole tutorial planned. I swear I was going to show you how to do face framing layers, as well as how to do my signature bedhead wave style that I always do. But unfortunately I filmed all of it and my files got corrupted. But one thing I can say about this hair right now is this hair stood up very well to bleaching. Very, very well, superior. It's just as soft and shiny and luscious as when I first got it out of the package. So I'll definitely have to make it up to you guys. I'll do another video on how I do these beach waves, but in the meantime, tell me how you love this color. Is it gorgeous? Let me know down below, and I will talk to you guys later.